What's going on, there, friends? My name is M238, and welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening for the Nintendo Switch. Last time, we got everything else in the game, except for one major thing. We have all hearts, we have all 50 seashells, we have a mushroom, we have the seashell sensor, we have all the items that are displayed over here, as well as all the instruments, all the keys, all these items right here. But we're missing a chamber stone. And unfortunately, that is only obtained after you beat the game. So we're gonna have to beat the game the way this is right now. So how do we go about that? Well, first off, we've been told several times that this island's gonna disappear. And I don't know if that's true or not, but there's only one way to find out. Thank you for everything. You are the kindest boy I know. One day I made a wish to windfish. What was that wish? It was a secret! No! I'm never gonna know! But we know, right? From our dating sequence, right? From the other episode? Yeah. I can't ever forget about that. Anyway, we never really went in the library throughout this whole LP. So the library here basically just teaches you the basic mechanics of the game. There's this book right here, which you need the boots in order to dash into the shelf so that the book can fall down. And this tells you the code in order to enter the color dungeon. We already know it. It's always the same. So, no need to bother with that. This, on the other hand, Dark Secrets and Mysteries of Koholint. Ooh, what do we got? Round and round the passageways of the egg. Left up, right up, right up. Okay, interesting. That's actually the same code as my practice file. Alright, that's really weird how that works out. But yeah, so it is probably in your best interest to write that down somewhere, if you're really bad at remembering, or you could take a screenshot of the code through the screenshot system that the Switch has. But I'm using a game controller, so I cannot screenshot these. But anyway. Time to take advantage of this. So the code is always different every single time, so you do have to read the book in order to, like, every time, because it's not always the same code. Why, hello there. The windfish sleeps long and dreamily in the egg above. When you play the 8 instruments of the sirens in front of the egg, he will awaken. This, my friend, is the only way for you to leave the island. The only way? I see. Okay. So, with all instruments that we obtain from every dungeon, as well as the Battle of the Windfish, The time has come. The windfish awaits. Enter the egg. Very well. Let's go. Alright, this is the windfish's egg. The final dungeon. Alright, so note of reference, you cannot get across this large gap in order to figure out what's up over there. Interestingly enough, if you do somehow get across this large pit, which there is a way, then it'll take you to where you need to go anyway. So we might just fall down. And if you go down this way, this takes you outside of the egg if you need to leave. But for now, we have pretty much your Lost Woods simulation. Most Zelda games have this, where you have to take a specific path, or else you're going to be stuck here for a very long time. So this is where the library book that we read comes into play. So again, this is random every single time. In this case, we're going to be using the code that I got. So it is left. It is up. Go right twice. And go up. And then go right twice. And then the last, one thing to know about the combinations is the very last path that you have to take is always up, because it'll take you up here. So if you feel really ballsy and you want to YOLO this without reading the book at all, keep in mind that up is always last. And there's 4, and you always have to do, and there's like 8 paths that you always have to do per playthrough, which means if you do the math, there's like over 250 something different combinations. I don't know the exact number, but it is around there. It's a lot of combinations in order just for you to skip having to get the magnet lens or magnifying lens at all. Which means a magnifying lens is technically not required if you're feeling lucky. Anyway, time to jump in. We were born of nightmares. To take over this world, we made the windfish sleep endlessly. If the windfish doesn't wake up, this island will never disappear. We would have been the masters of this place, but you had to come here and disrupt our plans. Heh, you could never defeat us. Let's rumble! This is the nightmare fight. The nightmare fight is split up into 6 phases. Here's the first phase, the blob. All you have to do is sprinkle powder on it. Simple enough. You can get him right away, but I'm having terrible luck with it so far. Oh my god. Alright, there we go. And there we go. Okay, next up is Aghanim from A Link to the Past. The concept works very similar. It's a tennis game. It is a 50-50 shot, whether he shoots an energy shot or another attack that's non-reflectable. It's called a blue ball. That is a blue ball right there. That was completely random. There was nothing I could have done about that. The first hit, however, is always guaranteed, so you can always predict that at the start of the phase. And there we go. It takes like about a few hits to beat Aghanim. Next up is Moldorm. Moldorm is a lot easier than when we fought him in Dungeon 1. His hitbox is a lot bigger, so it's easier to hit him. And then next up is Ganon. You can spin attack him, or you can dash into him, which is failing really hard. And there we go. All right. And next up is Landmola's. Yes, yes, this is Landmola's. Believe it or not. There you You have to hit them 3 times. I'm having a terrible time so far. Here we go. Alright, and one more phase. Make sure you get arrows out. Or the magic rod. Magic rod also works. And this is the last phase, which is Deathel. Deathel... Oh man, Deathel's something. In the original game, it takes like 16 arrows or 1 boomerang shot. Obviously, since the boomerang got nerfed, that's not really much of an option, but the boomerang still works for the guy. And then the magic rod also works for this guy as well, in case you run out of arrows. Which is very possible if you're not going for any of the arrow upgrades. Also, Deathel hurts a lot if you do get hit with that. And we win! This island is going to disappear! Our world is going to disappear! Our world! Our world. Someone, you have beaten all the nightmares. Climb the stairs before you. Very well. And with that, thank you everybody for watching my Let's Play of Link's Awakening. And I'll see you guys on the next LP. Wow, this looks so pretty in this version of the game. This is inside of an egg. Can y'all believe this? This egg this is such an interesting egg right here. If y'all ever want to know what's inside your eggs, man, it's gonna blow your mind. Young lad, I mean, someone, the hero. You have defeated the nightmares. You have proven your wisdom, courage, and power. Get it? Ha! As part of the Windfish's spirit, I am the guardian of his dream world. But one day, the nightmares entered the dream and began wreaking havoc. Then you, someone, came to to rescue the island. I have always trusted in your courage. I knew that you could turn back the nightmares. Thank you, someone. My work is done. The Windfish will wake soon. Goodbye. And that's the last we see of the owl. Wow. The Windfish. I am the Windfish! Long has been my slumber. In my dreams, an egg appeared. It was surrounded by an island with people, animals, an entire world. But verily, it be the nature of dreams to end. When I dost awaken, Koholint will be gone. Only the memory of this dreamland will exist in the waking world. Someday, thou may recall this island. That memory makes the dream world real. Come, someone, let us awaken together. Play the 8 instruments. Play the song of awakening. Goodbye, Bow Wow, Chow Chow, and the Chain Chomps. Goodbye, the baseball guys, the baseball boys, the Octoroks, the Gordos. Farewell, Terran. And finally, Marin. I don't want to say goodbye to Marin. And finally, the entire island. No! Meanwhile, yeah, didn't we just get shipwrecked not too long ago? That melody is very familiar, don't y'all think? the windfish. It's awake. Ladies and gentlemen, Marin's wish came true. As long as you don't die in the game. Alright, so yes, I'm back in the game, because we still got some unfinished things to take care of. And I don't normally do this right after I beat the game. But because this is just the only thing that I need to do, we're gonna do it. So, this is the most atrocious prize to get. We got the Bow Wow figure. It's annoying. One, because it's really big, so it's hard to really get it, like, locked into your claw. And the other is because, like, this thing rolls right out of you. I'm not kidding. It is the hardest prize to get. I hate this prize. So, I got it, but it's not guaranteed that I'm actually going to get it. Watch this. Watch this. It's going to roll right off. Wait, are you serious? I got it? First try? Oh my goodness. That is not a joke. That is actually really hard to get. Wow. Alright, well, anyway, got the last figure, the Bow Wow figure. It's scarily realistic. You've got a good eye and a steady hand in here. That makes you a champ. And here's the lump of a rock to prove it. Oh, wow. I think it's called a chamber stone. Yeah, and with that, we get all of the chamber stones in the game. And then, anytime you want to play the trendy game again, it is 5 rupees per attempt instead of 10. Which is nice, but at this point, you really have no reason to play the trendy game anymore. So let's go ahead and turn this in, shall we? Heading over here. Okay, place it down. And there we go. And so with that, that is everything that there is to show off here in Link's Awakening. We have fully 100% the game. And yeah. So, conclusion. This game is really amazing. I love what they did with this remake. It looks fantastic. Like, all the graphics is a huge upgrade from, you know, the Game Boy and Game Boy Color all the way to the Nintendo Switch. And I mean, I said this in the very beginning of the LP. I've never been so excited to like try out a new game until like this game came out. Well, until this game was first announced in its first E3 trailer. And you know, I was really excited. My expectations were really high, and like I was not disappointed with what they did with this remake. It's really fun. I like to think of this game as more casual friendly than in the original game. There's more stuff to do in this version, more stuff to get. And there's a decent challenge. Of course, you know, not every game is perfect, and so I'm gonna have its problems as well. And so I don't like that they nerf every single item. Like, it's fine nerfing a few items, but the fact that they nerfed every single item was kind of bad in my opinion. But you know, of course, you know, we can't always keep the good things. I did like that they buffed up all the bosses, because that was kind of the thing about the original Link's Awakening, where every single boss was just a major pushover, and there wasn't too much strategy to them. Now this time, like, you know, they actually put in some effort in making the bosses harder. I mean, of course, some bosses are still just as easy as they were, but I like that they actually put in some work to make them more challenging than the original version. Yeah. Other than that, like, my other complaints about this game is that the frame rate, I don't know how well it picks up on recording, but when you're playing through this game, the frame rate isn't really consistent. Like, it's running at 60 frames per second, but then at some point it's actually gonna drop to 30 for some apparent reason, and I don't know why it does that, and it's it looks really bad, you know, for like how like visually impressive this game looks, only to have like a very inconsistent 60 FPS frame rate. You know, overall, I think this game was fantastic. I would definitely replay through this game. Yeah. So there is another mode to this game called Hero Mode, where it's basically a harder version of Link's Awakening, where you go through the game, but you get no heart drops, and all the enemies do double damage. So it's hard mode of Link's Awakening. So I would recommend that if you want a challenge for this game. Other than that, there's not much else for me to say, and there's not much else for me to show off in this game, because we've done everything. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next Let's Play. I give this game 9.5 out of 10.